Okay, now that we've got a nice little ember going, there's a few things I thought I would show you today. The first is my new thunderhead. This is a front knee bone, knee socket, I don't know exactly what you would call the bone, from a white-tailed deer. I found a roadkill deer near my dad's house Thanksgiving of 2019, and I did a little side of the road butchering and brought home some bones. This was buried in my backyard for about 1.5 years. I just dug it up a few weeks ago. First time I've used it on a video. Thought I'd show that to you. Another thing, I've been singing the praises of my mini bow drill kits and the joys of using wildflower spindles for some time now. But one of my friends said, well, what do I do, Brad? And if it's April, big gust of wind coming. What do I do? Let that wind die down. What do I do if it's April and the wildflowers haven't sprung up for the year, or the ones that I find have wintered over since last fall and I don't have access to a wildflower stalk? Well, I said, you can always find a bit of honeysuckle. I found this standing dead limb, honeysuckle limb. This is about 5.5 inches long or so, maybe 5/8 of an inch in diameter. Works great. A little bit harder to use than a wildflower stalk. I was using my multi-wrap technique that I like to use with my mini bow drills. The other thing I wanted to show you today, that wind's really battling me today. I wanted to show you my ground up cracked cap Polypore dust. I'm using it to feed this ember, as I talked to you a little bit. I'm using it to feed it, to build it, to grow it. I have personally tended to embers and kept them going for 45 minutes or longer using this stuff. Usually while scouts who are learning to do fire by friction for the first time are off in the woods looking for tinder and kindling and fuel wood to use for their first fire. This is a cracked cap Polypore, pretty good size one. Here's a little tiny one. These things grow on the side of black locust trees, and black locust trees grow all over North America, and I think in parts of Europe and Asia as well. And these things will grow on both living and dead black locusts. Around here, southwest Ohio, it's hard to go hiking without running into a few of these. They're easy to find, they're easy to harvest. I store them in my basement in a box. I've got some that I've had for 3 or 4 years. Again, it's really good for extending your coal. And when we're also working with scouts, sometimes they don't get their first tinder bundle to flame, or they might blow too hard and blow the ember out into the grass. So what we can do is we can divide up the embers so they get multiple chances. So this one's getting pretty big. I may not divide that today. Let's build it up a little bit bigger. Like I said, I have kept embers going for at least 45 minutes or more with this ground up cracked cap Polypore. You can grind this stuff up just using rocks. You can scrape it with your camp knife. But if I'm at home and I'm making a bunch of it to carry with me, I take a pair of pliers and nibble away at some chunks and grind it up in my old school $10 Walmart coffee grinder with just one swinging blade. This is the cheap kind of... Oh! That was a cicada. Let's see if I can rebuild my ember. I hope that doesn't have to go into the blooper reel. That cicada found a really hot spot real quick, didn't he? I thought the cicadas were dead for this year. Let's let that build back up a bit. All right. So you can also grind this stuff up with like a camp saw or your pocket knife or rocks, or yeah, I use this when I'm making a bunch of it at home, getting ready to take it with me in my backpack. All right. How about that cicada? Let's see what we can do. My tinder bundle is just fuzzed up jute twine and some cedar shavings and some, in this case, cottonwood down. That sun's so bright, I felt it before I saw it. Anyhow, once again, I've seen the joys of my mini bow drill kits. By the way, this is a white pine fireboard. If you can't find yourself a wildflower stalk to use as a spindle, a standing dry, dead bit of honeysuckle will do. Give some cracked cat polypore a try. And if you happen to find a roadkill deer, consider taking its front knee bone. All right, that's all for today. We'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.